welcome everybody. I'm your host, Heat Exchanger. Today, we're going to be doing a review on the Snap-on HBB D40, the 40 ounce ball peen dead blow hammer in the high vis. This hammer right here is my daily driver hammer. Working in a heavy duty diesel shop, this is the first hammer I grab anytime I need to whack something. This little bad boy comes in a length of 18 inches and 5 5/16 up here on the top on the business end of the hammer. It is a steel shot on the inside of the hammer and got a nice steel finish on each end there, and it's wrapped in some kind of like plasticky rubbery grip, and the shank itself is a composite shank. I don't know what they're using in there, but it is composite according to Snap-on's website. This little hammer goes for $201. Ouch. That is a expensive little beating device, I tell you what. But I didn't pay that. I paid a whopping $100 for it. So to make a long story short, about a year and 6 months ago, I hopped on my local Snap-on dealer's truck, and the first thing I like to do is go through his his trade-in / repo bin and see what he has, because, you know, a lot of times I can get a good deal on stuff, and he's been good to me and still warranties the tools if they break on me. And I saw this hammer in here, and I was thinking, yeah, I'd like to have a Snap-on hammer, and high-vis yellow is honestly one of my favorite colors. So I just turned to him and said, "Hey Joe, what do you want for the hammer?" He said, $100, it's yours, take it. I was thinking, $100, ouch. I said, "Yeah, Joe, how much does this thing go for brand new? Like dead serious?" And he said, $201. I was like, all right, sold, $100, you got it. I know, that's kind of a big chunk of change to throw around, but you know what? I have gotten my $100 back tenfold with this hammer. When I got it, it wasn't beat up too bad. It had a couple little nicks here and there up here on the top, and definitely little licks here and there when it comes to the business sides with the metal caps. But you know what? It looked a lot better than it does now. And I don't know if it was a repo or if somebody just didn't like it. Who knows? But either way, getting into some more of the features of the hammer that Snap-on touts. Not only do you have a grip down here, you have an upper grip up here. That way you can get into a little tighter places where you can't really, you know, get your hand in there, or if you just need to get some precision taps going on, there you go. So it's nice to have this little handle right here. That, and if you really need to grab it and give something a good old whack, there you go. You have a nice grip and nice feel. And I love how they've ribbed it, for your pleasure, boys, to just give you a good bite down to grab on the hammer. Like I've enjoyed that so very much. But coming back to the price point, I know what you're thinking. That is expensive, and I know Snap-on is supposed to be the king of tools, you know, but you know what? I have got my $100 back 10 flipping fold with this hammer. And you know, if I wasn't a professional wrench, I don't know if I'd want to pay that much for a hammer. But you know, if you definitely want to get a bad mamma jamma hammer, I'll tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, put this on your birthday list and have somebody get it for you, because this has been a phenomenal flipping hammer. Over almost the 2 years that I've had this hammer, it's been covered in all kinds of fluids, be it gasoline, diesel, many different kinds of greases, solvents, and you know what? It hasn't taken away anything from the coloration of the plastic and rubber, if you want to call it that. I couldn't exactly tell you, but you could tell that she's seen some licks over the years, or over the time that I've had it. It's definitely starting to chip off a little bit here, and you can see the seam is starting to open up right here. But as far as the business end on the ball side, it's held up great. No chipping, no scoring. Starting to get a little bit right there. On the peen side, about the same story. You know, and this is truly my daily driver. I grab this for everything short of doing things like wheel seals, where I don't want to be using a dead blow when I'm trying to smack a seal into a hub. But as far as longevity and how it's done, it's something that I just freaking abuse and just use to hit things with. It has held up great. Countless tie rods, countless ball joints, countless kingpins, countless fifth wheel slider locks. This thing has hit so many things over the time I've had it, and it just keeps on going. There has been no sign of it falling apart. And I mean, you can maybe hear the shot shaking around in there. That stuff's still rocking and rolling and doing great. So, you know, as far as doing hammer things, this thing just hammers. It is done excellent. It is showing some wear and tear over the time that I've had it, but you know what? So what if the Snap-on logo is getting ripped off? I'm not going to complain about that. I mean, as you can tell, I'm not the greatest at cleaning my tools. So, you know, form isn't exactly my forte. Function is my forte. And this thing has been doing great. And it's seen some licks. It's getting a little beat up. But I wouldn't be surprised if I've got this thing for another, you know, 3-4 years before I potentially might have to warranty it. But only time will tell. Only the next thing I smack will tell me. But as far as the time that I've had it, it's been doing great. It hasn't gotten ripped up. And for the money, you know, I've been pretty happy. Granted that I got it on basically half off price. All in all, to close out this absolute diatribe of a hammer, if I was to give this tool a 1 to 10 rating, 1 being the worst tool in the world and 10 being God's gift to earth when it comes to tools, I have to give this, quite honestly, in my humble bumble opinion, a 9. Snap-on has knocked it out of the park with this hammer. It is an excellent hammer. I couldn't recommend it enough for someone to have. However, the price point seems to be almost like a gatekeep, in my opinion. I am not going to recommend a new tech go out and buy this. I'm not going to recommend necessarily a hobbyist to just go out and buy this. If you got a little chunk of change burning in your back pocket, absolutely go for it and do it. I will not, you know, fight you for a second on there. But if we're going to go price for price, I'd probably say go look more at the Icon options from Harbor Freight personally. And I'm not trying to be a Harbor Freight fanboy. I'm not a Snap-on fanboy. There's no tool companies that I'm like a diehard fanboy. I love Mac tools, but I kind of inherited that from my grandfather, who was a wrench for 30 years. And, you know, Mac tools was his brand that he always wrenched with. So I'm a little, you know, sentimental to Mac tools. But at the end of the day, tool is tool. If it does awesome and it works great, I'm going to be a fan of it. There isn't a whole lot of tools out there that I'm just like completely junk, but I got more of those on this channel. So definitely check out more of my tool review videos if you guys want to see the tools that I do think are junk. However, getting back to the point here, I give it a solid 9. Just the price point is a little high in my book, but if you can look past that, absolute 10 out of 10. Amazing freaking hammer. I still think it's crazy I paid $100 for a hammer, but you know what? A year and 6 months later, I'm not upset with that purchase whatsoever. And quite honestly, you know, she's made me my money back several times over. Just absolutely awesome hammer. Definitely, if you guys have a Snap-on dealer, hop on the truck, check this bad boy out. But don't blame me for the $201 missing out of your pocket. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was entertaining for you. Please like it if you liked it. Dislike if you didn't like it. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. I do other videos on this channel of maintenance and repair of big vehicles, small vehicles, and medium-sized vehicles, as well as I do tool reviews and random automotive adventures whenever I possibly can. Please check out my other videos. Hope you guys enjoy them, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks. You all have a good one.